Good morning, students. I welcome you all to today's class. I believe you are all prepared for the class. Please get seated with your writing materials. I mean your notebook, your biro, and your pencil. Avoid any form of distraction as we continue. Today we'll be treating an interesting topic together again, titled Fishery. Fishery. But before then, let's quickly look to the correction to previous assignments. Let's look at the corrections to previous assignments. Last week, you were asked to state some human activities that can lead to loss of soil nutrients. Remember, the topic was soil conservation. We treated ways of conserving soil in order to maintain the soil fertility for growth and production. And there are other ways in which the nutrient of the soil can be lost. Some of these human activities are stated below. 1. Bush burning. 2. Construction. Continuous cropping, deforestation, and mining. Let's take note of these activities that can lead to loss of soil nutrients. As regards to today's topic, the objective is stated below. 1. Define fishery. Don't forget the topic is fishery. 2. Classify fish into 2. 3. Explain some terminologies in fish farming. 4. State the uses of fish and fish products. And as well, we are going to look into fishing method if time permits us. Let's take note of the objective because you are expected to know this at the end of this topic. Meaning of fishery. I believe some of us have seen fish and as well as eating fish in our homes. This is a very good picture of a fish if we have not seen fish. If you have eaten fish, it is covered that the fish does not just come to you from where it is. It has been properly taken care of by other people, fish farmers specifically. Then, that takes us to the meaning of fishery. Fishery is therefore defined as the activity that involves the management and production of fish and other aquatic animals. Take note of the word activity. It's an activity that involves the management and production of fish and other aquatic animals. People are involved in taking care of this fish before it can get to us for consumption. Classification of fish. 1 is based on morphology, which means the body structure. The body structure of fish. 2. Habitat. Habitat, where they live, where the organism lives, or where the fish lives. Take note of that. It is classified into 2, morphological classification and habitat. Let's see classification of fish based on body structure. Based on body structure, which is morphology. The first one we have here is bony fish. Bony fish. This is a very good example of bony fish. Catfish is a very good example of bony fish. Bony fish is a fish that has bone or whose body frame is made up of bones. There are fishes that have their body frame made up of bones. E.g., we have catfish, tilapia, cod, mackerel, perch, eel, and so on. There are different examples of bony fish. Their body frames are made up of bones. 2, we have cartilaginous fish. Cartilaginous fish. These are fishes whose body frame made up of fine, shiny, and elastic substance called cartilage. Their body frames are made up of fine, shiny, and elastic substance called cartilage. E.g., we have shark as a very good example of bony fish. This is shark as a bony fish, as a cartilaginous fish, sorry. This is a very good example of cartilaginous fish. They have their body frame made up of shiny, elastic substance. You see this particular fish with the body frame shining, and as well this shark with the body shining. It is called cartilaginous fish. Let's see classification of fish according to habitat. Habitat means where they live. The first one we have here is freshwater fish. 2, saltwater fish. Freshwater fish and saltwater fish. Freshwater fish, they are capable of living and reproducing only in water free from salt. Capable of living and reproducing only in water free from salt, like pond, lakes, streams, rivers. These are the water bodies that freshwater fish can live and survive on. E.g., tilapia. Most bony fishes are as well freshwater fishes. Let's take note of that. Bony fish can as well be seen as freshwater fish because bony fish mainly lives in fresh water. We have catfish, moonfish, tilapia, and so on. Saltwater fish. Saltwater fish lives only in water that contains salt, like seas, lagoons. Example of those fishes we have shark, dogfish, dolphin, skate, ray, salmon, and so on. These are examples of saltwater fish. Some terminologies in fish farming. There are some terms used in fish farming. 1, we have fisheries, the study of fish and fishes. 2, fish. Take note of this word fish, a particular species of fish regardless of the quantity or number. Regardless of the quantity or number. If you have tilapia, even when you have 50 tilapia fish, you call it fish, not fishes, because it's a particular species. It's not mixed with other kinds of fish, like catfish. So when it's just specifically a particular species, you call it fish, regardless of the number or regardless of the quantity. Fishes. This involves different species of fish. Under fishes, we have different kinds of fish. We have tilapia mixed with catfish and other kind of fishes. Then we have school, a group of fish. A group of fish is called school. Fry, a young fish or fishes. Fingerling, newly hatched fish. Fingerling is called newly hatched fish. Is newly hatched fish. Hatchery, where fish eggs are incubated and hatched into fish. where fish eggs are incubated and hatched into fish. We have aquaculture, the study and production of fish, shrimps, and other aquatic animals. These are some terminologies in fish farming. Let's take note of these terminologies in fish farming. Uses of fish and fish products. Uses of fish and fish products. 1. Source of food supply. A source of food. Remember, I asked us if we have eaten fish or have seen fish. I believe that many of us eat fish in our homes, in our various homes. It's a source of food supply. 2. Fish products such as bones, scales, head, and other discard are used as industrial raw materials in gelatin and glue industry. Let's take note of that. They are used as industrial raw materials in glue industries. The fish bone, the scale, the head, and other discarded fish are mainly used in glue industry. Then fish products such as cod liver oil serve as medicinal purpose. They serve as medicinal purpose. Let's take note of that. Cod liver oil. Then fish oil is used for making soap, candle, drug, paint, and wax. Fish oil is mainly used for making soap, candles, drug, paint, and wax. Let's take note of the importance of fish or uses of fish. The skin of cartilaginous fish. The skin of cartilaginous fish like shark is treated to produce leather bags, wallets, shoes, and belts. The skin of cartilaginous fish like shark is treated to produce leather bags, wallets, shoes, and belts. Cartilaginous fish, remember we said their skin is shining. They are made up of shiny elastic substance called cartilage. So the skin of these cartilaginous fishes are mainly used in the production of leather bags. When you see some leather bags shining, attractive to look at, take your mind down to cartilaginous fish like shark. They are used in production of these leather shining bags, belts, wallets, shoes, and so on. Fishing method and equipment. Fishing method and equipment. 1. The wounding equipment. Fishing method and equipment. The first one we have here is wounding equipment, which involves the use of spears, knife, and arrow. The farmer throws this equipment into the river, into the water body, which could be river, sea, ocean, targeted at a particular fish, and when it gets hooked up with the fish will unable to escape. The farmer takes up the fish. Spears are good examples of wounding equipment. Knife and arrow. You are seeing this particular fish farmer trying to use spear in fishing. He's a fisherman, and I swear this is a very good example of fish that have been wounded. 2. Fishing net. Fishing net. Fishing net is as well an equipment used in fishing. They are made of cotton, made from cotton, nylon thread, and thrown into the river to catch fish. They are thrown into the river to catch fish. This is a very good example of net. We can all see the fish inside the net, which the farmer has been able to capture from the river. There are different kinds of nets. We have cast net. Cast net. Cast net is the commonest kind of fishing net. We are seeing this fisherman trying to throw the net inside the river. It is the commonest kind of net used by many farmers or fishermen in Nigeria for catching fish. In rivers, in lakes, in streams, in lagoons, in ocean, and so on. It requires the farmer making use of boat or canoe. And then the net is cast into the river or stream by the fisherman in the boat. As the fisherman is moving along with the boat, he deliberately casts the net. Then fish within the circumference of the net are trapped and dragged into the boat. When the farmer casts the net, the fishes within the circumference where the net gets to are usually trapped, and the farmer brings out the fish. This is a very good example of it. A net was cast into the river here, and this is a result. This is the fish within the circumference of that net. Let's take note of that. That is cast net. The next one is gill net. It involves suspending the net vertically in the water till the next day. The fisherman leaves the net inside the river till the next day. Then the fish trying to swim across will be trapped by the net. Any fish trying to swim across the net will be trapped by the net. The bigger the mesh put inside it, the bigger the type of fish that it intends to trap. Let's take note of that. We have cast net as well. Clap net. Clap net. Clap net is usually operated with hand. It's usually operated with hand and suitable for use during dry season. It is mainly used during dry season when the water level is low. As you are seeing this fisherman, he is operating the net with hand, trying to close it. So any fish within this region then will be trapped. The next one is fishing trap. Fishing trap. As a very good example of fishing trap is funnel entrance. Funnel entrance. This is funnel entrance, the diagram or picture of funnel entrance. Funnel entrance is usually made of wire. They are placed across the river or stream, and fish swim into them and are unable to move out. Once the fish try to enter inside the funnel, the mouth of the funnel will be closed. And once it closes, the fish then is trapped inside the funnel. The next one is hook. Hooks are very good examples of fishing trap. This a fisherman as well making use of hook. Call it hook and line. Is as well another common method of catching fish in Nigeria. Hook and line. Then we have trigger trap. Triggered trap. Under hook and line, the farmer places a bait, preferably called food. Fish food is usually attached to the hook. Then the fish try to swim around the region of this hook to get the food. Immediately, the hook attached itself to the fish, and the fish are trapped down in that place. Trigger trap. Trigger trap as well. They are made of wire or strong cane, and they have trapped doors. You can see this. This is a trap door of a trigger trap. The traps are usually baited with some food. Fish food is usually placed inside the trap, inside the trigger trap, that attract the fish. So when the fish comes close to the mouth of the trigger trap, a delicate trigger is released around the door region, and the door of the trap is closed behind the fish. The door of the trap closes behind the fish. Then we have the use of poison. The use of poison, which involves the use of chemicals like gamalin 20 to kill fish in river. This method is usually not effective because it is poisonous. The water body will not be fit for drinking and for other uses. Then ways of preserving fish. 1. Refrigerating, canning, smoking, frying, drying, salting, and so on. These are ways of preserving fish. We have come to the end of today's class. Let's take note of what we have treated. A recap of it: the meaning of fishery as activity that involves the management and production of fish and other aquatic animals. And we have stated or classified fishery into 2 based on morphology, which is body structure and habitat. We have freshwater fish and saltwater fish, bony fish, cartilaginous fish. We have stated the examples. Let's take note of that. Fishing method, like the use of nets, traps, poison, wounding equipment, and so on. Some terminologies in fish farming: fishes, aquaculture, fry school, and so on. Then ways of preserving fish: frying, drying, salting, refrigerating, and so on. I will encourage us to pick up these textbooks as reference books. Go through them for more information on the topic fishery, Essentials of Agricultural Science for Junior Secondary by Ernest Chukwudi Ani, and Agricultural Science for JSS2 by X Omosekkeji. Assignment: give 3 examples each of bony fish. Give 3 examples each of bony fish and cartilaginous fish. 2. Draw and label 1 cartilaginous fish. Draw and label 1 cartilaginous fish you know. Very important. Send your response to the email below: vera.okene@greenlandhall.org. Thank you for listening. I remain Vera Okene. Bye.